Hi again, this is Michael with Suburban Homesteading. I'm out here with Daniel today, my beautiful son. He's also my garden helper. And I had an idea today. I'm out doing some late pruning. We had such a early warm-up. And I wanted to show you a few things. Just a minute, bud. Okay, first I wanted to show you our gardens again. Now, we haven't planted, we haven't tilled, we haven't done anything yet, but we started out with 2 of the 30-foot beds. And we had to use brick because we're on a 5-degree slope here, pretty steep, some places even higher, so we have to hold the soil in. We started out with 2, and then we've been adding, and we're basically up to 6 now. But on the far side, we've had to stagger them down, and that's interesting. I can cover that in another video on how to do that. But what we decided to do a few years back was to make a living fence around it. It doesn't necessarily keep the animals out, but it is aesthetic, and it's a food garden. Why not have food growing on the fence? So we have here some muscadines. We have 3 of those. And yeah, just a minute. And then, sorry, we have some, all the prunings there from those. And that was my topic for today I'd like to discuss. Here we have concords growing along this fence. And here's the prunings from those. I don't know if you realize, but these things are expensive if you were to go buy them. But if someone were interested in producing more offspring, I know in some cases it may not necessarily be legal. We have some cardboard here, that's what you're looking at, to help cover the gardens. You can see how they're staggered there. Did that with just simply a level and a flat blade shovel. I can cover that more in detail later. In the back end we've got a couple of dessert grapes that the winds have pretty much damaged quite a bit. I've got just a few clippings. I'm going to try to start some more. And on the far side, it's kind of a mess. Still, it's got a bunch of weeds in it. We have blackberries on this half. And on the far half, we have the raspberries, which you may have seen in the other video. And back here we have a couple of fig trees. Now, they will send out these shoots, these runners, every year. And they pretty much, they'll go into a wild bush if you don't keep them trimmed. But this one here is doing really, really nice. Very few runners, easy to trim. This here though, we had a little freeze last spring that damaged quite a bit on that main tree. So I'm going to have to cut that down and take one of last year's runners, the straightest one I can, and use it as a new. But I don't know if you can get a good look here how they run out of the ground. But if someone were interested, like in the grapes, they have roots where they lay down. If you wanted to start a new plant, like I say, you'll have to check on the legality of that or deal with that issue yourself. But you can certainly multiply your plants every year, several fold. Okay, back here with Daniel at the fig tree. I've started pruning it. I got a lot of the extra limbs cut that we're going to start a new fig tree with. I think I'm going to pick this one on this side. It's a little further away from the other fig tree. You can see here where the old fig tree, half of it had died off due to a frost, and then it kind of shot off to the side. That's not going to work, so I'm cutting that down. And Daniel's here to help me today. And again, to illustrate, I've saved about 3 of the runners. I think Daniel's standing on them. Yeah. Daniel, can you get off those sticks for a minute? They each have roots. I don't know if you can get a good shot at this. One of these days I'll get a real camcorder. This thing cannot focus on the fly. But I have 3. I'm gonna restart. In case we lose another one, I'll have some spares. Keep it in a little bit more protected area. But I'll get this trimmed up, and next year we'll have figs from this. The other one, we get good figs. We really do. We got our first abundant supply last year. We tried some. They were delicious. Okay, back to the issue of abundance. These are the Concord grapes. They're one of our favorite grapes. We've got 3 there along the fence, but I'm considering growing more. Since we're lucky enough here to have a little over an acre here in the backyard, we could possibly grow more. But I'm trying to fill it up with some trees. And this yard came with no trees, so we planted. We've got a couple of pecan trees down there. I don't know if you can make them out. And this is simply a Japanese crabapple, I believe, but the birds love the berries. But, as you may well know, you can take these cuttings in February, which I did get them cut in February, even though it was starting to warm up. You can take these and start new plants. I could start an orchard, a mini orchard, you know, something 6 or 12 of them. They need to be spaced to 8 feet apart, but that would be great. I mean, a person could make a lot of jelly or drink a lot of wine. But as I say, nature it will provide for us. If you just start out with 1 or 2 plants, you can build your way up, and it doesn't take 2 acres. We're doing all this gardening, this food and chickens in less than half an acre. Of course, the orchard included is probably about a half an acre altogether. So you can grow a lot. We've got a lot of trees that are 2 each, and that helps pollinate. But you can get by with 1, and you can grow offspring from them as spares, or give them away, sell them, whatever you like to do. So that was my issue I planned today, and give a little better tour of what we got. But I do want to point out that I'm not an expert. I'm not a horticulturist. I'm simply a home gardener, and I even garden on the side as a business to help people set up gardens. So if you have any questions or comments, please post them, and I'll get back with you. Thank you. Good day.